All right, folks, before we start with the video, which is a very important one covering all the updates, please remember to go and like and put your support in for the Content Creator Program. Brand new season's out, free new codes coming your way. Click that support button, get codes. Pretty straightforward. It's free to play. Get yourselves some free loot and support your boy. All right, now on to the video. What's going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to another SLA video. All right, guys, we are going to talk a little bit about Jinah and what she's all about and whether you should summon for her or not. Now, first off, because the common question comes out, Payne, are you summoning for her on your free-to-play? No, I'm not. And the reason behind that is not because she's a bad character or any of that jazz. It's only because I don't have a good win team. But if I did, she is definitely worthwhile summoning. So we're going to talk a little bit about the testing, what results we got, all that jazz, so you guys can at least get a general sense of what she brings to the table and why she's worth it and why you should summon for her if you plan to build a win team and don't have the proper pieces. She should be one of your building blocks. So first off, if you are looking to summon from this banner, between the two of these, Leonard, if you're brand new or if you're somebody who has not got a win team going, your main focus shouldn't be Jinah. It should actually end up being Leonard. Okay, so this should be your number one focus. But if you have Leonard and you have Goto already, Jinah is a must-have pretty much unit at this point. So what she brings to the table is a unit at A2 or A3 that can pretty much match Hanseme's buffs, but also give you a plethora of damage. All right, so that's kind of what you're looking at. So right over here, you guys can see some of the results we got. Now, this is me not doing anything at all in regards to getting involved in the fight, just letting them kind of do their own thing. So at A0, she gave Leonard 1.6. Hansime at A10 gave 2.4. Okay, but now as we kept going up the ladder with advancements, at A3 they almost matched up very identically with a little bit of RNG difference. So at A3, she was giving similar buffs as Hansime did at A10. So pretty good there. So right away, you're getting a same level buffer at a lower cost. And then if you go to A5, it just got way better overall, right? So the main thing though, the biggest difference here is the fact that she is a mage, not a support unit, and because she's a mage, she's actually bringing in a lot of damage as well for a unit like that. So you can see here she does a little bit over half of what Goto does, and Goto's actually a hybrid breaker. And unlike Hansime, who does 92 million? No, not 92 million. She does 496 million. So this was pretty consistent throughout the entire playthrough. No matter what modes we did, she brought way more damage. So not only are you getting yourself a similar buffer or a better buffer overall, but you're also getting yourself a much better damage dealer. So if you're looking to get yourself somebody who is going to bring you a good support unit, best support unit currently for Wind, obviously, very similar to Hansime, probably a little better, but also a damage dealer, then she's a must-have. Not only that, though, but in her kit, she also has the coveted Unrecoverable, which only currently exists with Cha and a few others. That also is going to help you guys do things like WOBL, especially if you're one of those people who want to do WOBL POS 20. It's almost probably going to be a necessity if you don't use the water team and you want to use the wind team. So these are things that are super important also to do. And at the same time, she will get the Remnant buff, exactly. So I was going to go to that as well. So the Remnant buff over here for Yogamont, he does support mages as well as rangers as well as fighters, right? So you're going to get that buff from Yogamont as well too if you use him as your main unit, and you're also going to get it from what's his name, Baron. So right away you're getting the buffs from the mages right from the get-go, and you guys can see here with Hansime, she doesn't have that same level of where is she? Let me find her. Where is she? Hansime, where are you at? Let me just find my Hansime here. She's in here somewhere. I've also not slept at all. So, oh, there she is right there. Right? She is not considered a mage. She's considered a wind healer. Right? So that right there is a big one as well too. So you're going to get more damage out of her no matter what you use, whether it's Baron or if you're using Yogamont, you're going to get the benefit no matter what. Unfortunately, with the healers and mages, the healer supports, they don't get any of those buffs from any of these remnants. So that's another big factor to consider. So yes, if you are looking to do better in WOBL, if you are looking to do better in most modes, Jinah is a power creep unit to Hansime. Now, there's a trend going here, right, guys? And I think people need to understand what the trend is. Leonard replaced Mirai. 1-year-old Junah got replaced. Makes sense. Jinah is now replacing Hansime. Now, keep in mind, there's also other supports in the game that are fairly old. Consider Jinah, Mei Lin. Chances are future units are going to come out to power creep those units. So I wouldn't get too attached to the units you've had for that length of time because they're slowly being power crept now through the game as it goes on. So again, I'm skipping her personally on free to play because I don't have a Leonard and my go-to is only A2. It's not worth it for me. I'm not focusing on wind. But if I was to focus on wind, 100% I would be going for these two as my primaries and go to completing that team. And that is now going to be the new meta team for wind. And they will completely carry you throughout every piece of content in the game. Wind is still the best current element in the game for all content. There's no ifs or buts about it. They're now with Unrecoverable available with Jinah. They have now pretty much, I'd even say overshadowed water, which is kind of sad because we had obviously water as the 1 year anniversary unit. And now we kind of have Cha sitting looking at Leonard being like, what the hell? You're the 12th strongest. All right. Now with that out of the way, best setup for Jinah that I've seen so far for me, and that's worked out the best for all my testing, has been 4-piece Guardian and 4-piece Sylph. So that is kind of where you want to situate yourself in terms of setup for her. If you're looking for a backup set, the next best backup set is Blessing set. That's 8-piece Blessing. Again, if you're a free-to-play player and you're looking for power and you plan to summon for her, 8-piece Blessing will give you more overall TP, which means you're going to be able to get through. All right, folks, before we start with the video, which is a very important one covering all the updates, please remember to go and like and put your support in for the Content Creator Program. Brand new season's out, free new codes coming your way. Click that support button, get codes. Pretty straightforward. It's free to play. Get yourselves some free loot and support your boy. All right, now on to the video. Content a little quicker, but it's not the best outcome for her. Now, the reason why it works so well to have Guardian is she does also provide a shield, and Sylph will give you guys more elemental damage. So you're going to get the damage increase plus the elemental damage from her. So if you go to her kit real quick, let's just go to Hunter Preview. Right? If you go to her kit, where is she? Oh, actually, we'll check her storyline eventually. Where is she? Where is she? Where is she? Raid info. Here we go. Let's look at her advancements real quick. You guys can see here in her advancements, she does provide a shield. Right? So definitely use her there and definitely use that setup for you to get the most out of it. Now, again, if you are not going to be using her as a unit, Hansime is a good backup for her. But again, you're losing about 10 times the damage from her versus Hansime. All right? So there you guys go. That's essentially it. Wind is by far carrying the entire game. I don't think you need another element in the game. Her animations are pretty smooth. Using her was pretty nice. Her buffs are also area wide. That's one thing Hansime has a problem with, because in order to get the MP recovery and everything, plus the immortality, you have to stay within that little field box that she has, a green box, or the circle, I guess. Not a box, it's a circle. So that's another kind of downfall with Hansime. You don't have to worry about that with Jinah. Jinah pretty much gives you everything you need right from the get-go to get the job done. So again, overall, guys, much better unit. Definitely would summon for her if you are building wind. If you're not looking to build wind, and I know a lot of people were asking when they're coming, the brand new collab units should be arriving, I think, by the 28th is when they announced, so the next patch. And that's what I'm personally waiting for. I'm waiting for the fire unit to finish my fire team, and I'm hoping that those units actually deliver it. And if they do, that's going to be my main focus, is fire instead. So that's kind of where I'm situated right now, guys, in terms of my thought process. And if you are looking to do the same, I would hold off, because Jinah will go to the custom banner in two more patches, and you can summon for her there, of course. Or she may make a triumphant return again like Leonard did in the current patch. All right, guys, there you guys have it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.